Hey guys, today I wanted to do a video, an update on my experience with the Pico laser. I did do a video of like an updated skin routine or foundation routine a few months ago, but now that it's been a while, the summers came and went, I just wanted to give you an update on my full thoughts, whether or not it's worth it. So we'll go over like all the pros and cons of the treatment. I'll tell you about it. I'll tell you how much it costs. So we'll go over everything. So if you've been watching this channel for a while, you know that I've struggled with hyperpigmentation and dark spots and melasma through pregnancy, like hormonal, everything. I've done a bunch of videos on like full coverage foundation routines and all that kind of thing. And this is something that I've been wanting to do for a while. I just wasn't sure when I wanted to do it. And I want to say like last March, like towards the end of the winter, early spring, I said, let's just go for it and do it. It's been something that I've been researching and wanting to do for a long time. So I'm going to show you like before, after, right after, all of that, and we'll get into everything. If you're not sure what a Pico laser is, it is a non-invasive treatment. I don't know if dermatologists offer it. I went to a nurse practitioner who specializes in different cosmetic procedures, and she's fantastic. I highly recommend her, and I'm in New Jersey, so I'll leave all of her information down below if you're in this area and you want to check her out. So this laser uses ultra short pulses of energy to get into the skin barrier and treat a bunch of different conditions. So it basically targets the pigment in the skin, from what I understand. Just to show you like a quick example, I had a freckle like right here that got pretty dark, and she zapped it one time with this laser and it was gone. So it is very powerful. It also removes tattoos. So if you wanted tattoo removal, I think you can do a bunch of sessions and get that done as well. So it's great for blemishes, wrinkles, pigmentation issues, any of that. So it gets in there, it breaks down all the pigment. It also targets collagen production and elastin production to all of your skin. So it's really good for your skin too, and great to do. I think that if I could afford it, more of it, I would do it all the time. But it's just like, it's one of those things where I would recommend doing it in the winter when you have no tan, because if you're going back into the sun, first of all, your skin's going to be very sensitive and you're just going to be redoing all the damage that you just corrected. And if you have like really deep melasma, I'm not sure that it's going to 100% get rid of it. So I would say there's definitely some like caveats there. So certain situations it may not work for, but definitely talk to a provider in your area that does this. So I did it 2 times, and each session was, I believe, 30 days apart. So the first time I went, it was to target the dark spots on my face as well as any other unevenness on my skin tone. Little like, I didn't have much on my forehead, but I definitely had some like darker patches in here. So you'll see in all the pictures, I had a lot of trouble areas that I really just wanted to target and lighten. So you can use a numbing cream. They would put it on you and you would sit there for like, I don't know, 10, 20 minutes or so. And then she'd come in and do the laser. I think the first time I did it without the numbing cream. I'm trying to remember. The second time I definitely did the numbing cream. So the first time I wasn't sure what to expect at all. I was definitely a little bit nervous. So you lay there and the laser, I'll put it up on the screen. It's called like picosure or something. It's a handheld device. So you're just laying there relaxed and comfortable. And she just kind of takes it, kind of goes like this, like up and down. And it's like ding, 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 ding. Kind of feels like quick like zaps of heat. But it definitely, like you can feel it. I mean, I wouldn't say it's like intolerable at all. I would definitely get the numbing cream if you're concerned and go that route. But I'll tell you what I didn't like about the numbing cream when I get to the end of the story. So the most uncomfortable I was, and I had mentioned this in the last video, right after she finished, your face is bright red, like you just had a really bad sunburn or you just ran, 10 miles. Your face is beet red, and my skin was burning. It was stinging so bad, and I was starting to get scared and getting a lot of anxiety because I'm like, this is weird. It wasn't even hurting this bad when she was doing it. And all of a sudden, the sensation just became overwhelming, where I started getting like a lot of anxiety and I almost started panicking. I was like kind of laughing to myself. I'm like, what did I just do? This was a bad idea. Like, I'm in so much pain. My face is burning. Like, is this normal? She did put a really nice cooling cream on after, but it didn't really stop the burning at all. And I just remember my drive home, by the time I got home, it had stopped. Like, it was still like a little bit uncomfortable, but I would say for like 5 or 10 minutes, my face was on fire. And I was questioning, like, why did I just do this? Right after, I noticed that it was very red. Some of the spots, especially I have like 2 really more pigmented spots, which you might be able to see. I don't have full coverage. I just have like a skin tint on today and then powder, but I'll put a clip in of what my skin looked like this morning before I put makeup on so you can see. But those 2 spots I noticed almost immediately started to get like raised almost, like you could feel it. So I knew that the laser had targeted that pigment and lifted everything up. And it definitely felt like almost like bumpy and raised, which she told me that was gonna happen like the next few days. It's gonna get like red and raised and like little freckles, like eventually they'll come up to the surface and then you might be able to just kind of like flick them off. I'll put up pictures as far as when my skin started to really look nice, because it gets really bad before it gets better. So I would say by like day 20, it was really starting to look nice. I was so happy with the results. Not having to wear like as much makeup. I just think it's incredible. I think it's definitely worth the money. Definitely research and look into it. And another thing that I'll mention is that once you go back out in the sun and you're exposing yourself to the harmful rays of the sun, you're gonna do damage again. So I was trying to wear like a hat all summer, really high SPF, big sunglasses, and I think I did like somewhat of a good job. I don't want to hide myself from the sun. So this is something that I would like to do every winter, go in and get the laser done. So I had to do it 2 times in order to get the results that I wanted when I first did it because of how deep the pigmentation was. But if you have like a tattoo or something where it's, you know, black under the skin, I would imagine it probably takes, I don't know, maybe like 4 to 6 treatments. I'm just guessing. I really don't know. But I can only speak from having just the 2 sessions done because of the hyperpigmentation. So then 30 days later, I think it was, I had it done for the 2nd time and I went in there and I decided to do the numbing cream. So the assistant put the numbing cream on and I'd say that I got the laser done 15 to 20 minutes after. I was so numb. When I tell you I was so numb, I was numb. I think I had it done at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I was numb until like 8 or 9 o'clock at night. I started getting really nervous. I'm like, I don't like this. So for me, I'd rather deal, I think, with the pain. Maybe not like the afterburn. I'm not sure what I'll do next time. But I did not like being numb like that on my face for the whole entire day and evening. It definitely made me very worried and nervous, and it's not good for my type of personality. So, but I will say that it definitely helped the pain tremendously. Like, I didn't feel much of that burn after. Like, you're still gonna feel a burn, especially when they do the laser like right underneath your eye area. So you wear like goggles, obviously. But like on the thinner areas of the skin, especially like here when she goes like all here. So for 1 session for the laser, I paid like $600-ish. So depending on where you live and who you're going to, it's gonna vary. Again, I'm in New Jersey, it might be a more expensive area than some other areas or not as expensive, but I just wanted to give you like a ballpark as to what would be expected. But you want to make sure you're going to someone reputable that knows what they're doing. It doesn't take that long. So she's literally just like quickly, not quickly, but like probably like at this pace, going down the face and doing like passes. I would say it took like, I don't know, 10 minutes. I could be totally wrong. I should have maybe looked at the clock last time, but it doesn't take that long at all. So it's something you can quickly get done. And then after, you're gonna be red. You want to avoid wearing makeup for a few days. I put Aquaphor on the spots that got really red. What else? You want to be careful going out in the sun. You don't want to expose yourself to sun right after. So to wrap this up, let's do some pros and cons. So the pros, obviously, it's non-invasive. It is a quick procedure. You don't need an anesthetic, so other lasers may require that. Some other pros are how effective it's going to be. It's going to really target that pigment and remove it so that you have a very even, nice skin tone. Collagen production, improving your confidence if it's something that bothers you, anything for anti-aging. Let's talk about the cons. It's costly for sure. We can't deny that. It's expensive. It can be uncomfortable depending on your pain tolerance and what you find to be too much. It's definitely not pain-free. 3, I would say there's a little bit of downtime, so you're gonna be red and the spots on your face are going to get very, very dark. I'll put it up on the screen, so a lot darker than they were, and before it just flakes off. So I wanna say it's like 14 days of that, getting darker, getting crusty, doesn't look great. So that's something to keep in mind, especially if you have to be somewhere or if you have a wedding to go to or event or working. Just keep that in mind, that time frame, because you're not gonna really want to wear makeup for like a few days after. I forget if it was like 2 days or 3 days after she said don't wear any makeup. I have to find the little card and I'll put it up on the screen, but that's something to keep in mind, that there's a little bit of downtime there. Another con is it's not permanent. So the second you go back out in the sun and you start sun damaging all over again, it's going to come back. It's something that you're gonna have to do over and over again to keep the same results. That's at least my opinion, although I do feel like my skin looks so much better than it did at this time last summer. And like I said, I did my best this summer to really cover my face, and I still went out and enjoyed the sun. So am I gonna do it again? I think I'm absolutely gonna do it again. I would like to do it more, but it's just expensive. So it's something that I'm definitely going to try to incorporate into my routine, get a treatment done like once a year in the winter. I'm curious to try other lasers. So if you've tried any other lasers, let me know down below and let me know your experience, and please share your experience to help others. So I hope that this information was helpful, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.